Good day, people. Hope you're doing well. It's the 26th of April. Last week we had a delayed rust door, and unfortunately, because of that, we can't actually chase any after any abnormals tonight. All of these skins that you see here, every single one of them, will become marketable at the exact same time tomorrow. Now, it's going to happen after the rust rotation, but not because of that, but it's at a specific time. So basically, it's expected to either be midnight in the UK or 1 o'clock in the UK, so Thursday evening going into Friday morning UK time, either midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning. Now, I'm not 100% sure which time it's going to be. I just remembered last time it was midnight, but that happened before the clocks changed here. That was back in towards the end of March, so it might be a case of tomorrow I'm going to be streaming for quite a long time, because I, of course, want to chase after every single skin here, because, you know, buy orders are good. And basically, what we can do at the very least is we're going to go through all of these skins here. We're going to figure out what prices might be pretty good for them. We're going to figure out all the potential context in regards to, are there any potential influences that might either negatively or positively affect any of these skins? You know, you get the idea. So with that, shall we get started? Shall we talk about the Locker from Hell? Gentlemen, when I first saw this skin, I said I wouldn't be surprised if this is the best-selling skin. Cirque did a very good job. People clearly like the From Hell collection, and it clearly shows. Again, we're probably going to end up with around 30,000 sales, as expected. Even when we technically had one less day for this rust door, it still sold a very high amount. Now, I have said this many times in the past, the From Hell collection can be a little bit weird during the year. Most skins tend to go down in price during the year, but when, you know, give it August or around post-Christmas time when loads of people are playing, suddenly it all goes back up in price. There's demand for it, just at specific times of the year, basically. So this locker skin looks really cool, but we also have the dilemma of we've been seeing a lot more locker skins being accepted fairly recently. There was that 2-year gap between the Toxic locker and, of course, the Outer Planets locker, but since then we've been seeing quite a lot of these, and I did make this joke that every other locker that keeps being accepted takes away the thunder of all the previous recent ones. And well, with this one, it clearly took away from these two. And I was a little bit worried because I thought to myself, what if there's another locker that's introduced? Would it potentially harm this one as well? Guess what? Guess what's happening in about 2 weeks' time? Twitch Rivals. Guess what? There's a certain Twitch drop that's being made. Ta-da! Do you remember the fridge that was sold for charitable rust back in January? In fact, we can show you right here because we have SCMM right in front of us. Do you remember this? Actually, no, this is the first week. Got January 12th. January 12th. Quick. Do you remember the fridge? Yeah, it's a continuation of the fridge, it looks like. So, yeah, we're getting a continuation of that, but as a locker. Yeah, that's going to be given away for free, most likely. So the whole idea of will we potentially see another locker being introduced to Rust that could potentially take away, steal the locker's thunder? Well, yeah, it's looking like it's going to happen. So, unfortunately, based on the amount of sales, based on the behaviour I've seen with the likes of locker skins fairly recently, I'm not looking at that optimistically. And I'm looking at this now and I'm thinking I probably only want to do like a $1.50 buy order. Let's put it this way, you could probably play extra safe and do $1.20 and you could probably push it a little bit more and you could probably offer around $1.80. Because I would not be surprised in the slightest if this does go below its rust door price, and I wouldn't be surprised if it potentially ends up at around $2. So that's my current answer. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if we see another marketable locker skin appearing later this year as well. You know, easy chance we might see one being made for Halloween, we might see one for Christmas, you get the idea. Wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. So, yeah, I'm cautious. I'm just going to stick with a buy order. Makes sense, all good. I've explained as much as I could. Let's now move on to the pirate collection. We have the pirate hide vest and pants, and we were curious as to whether these hide skins would do nicely, because we did recently have the likes of the pizza stuff being accepted, and it didn't do very well. But there is that point of maybe it's more a case of people didn't want the pizza stuff, let's put it that way. So, yeah, this does look cool. This is part of a collection that people are really starting to like. You know, it's got a very fun theme to it. Now, we also do know that there are more skins potentially in the pipeline that could be accepted as early as tomorrow. What Mr. Y9J has also said, though, he spoke to us. He does plan to make some hoodie pants, some armor as in tier 2, tier 3. He also plans to make a jacket. So if you could theoretically, in your head, like the pirate captain has the big red jacket or whatnot, he wants to make something like that. So there's a lot of gimmicky, fun ideas, more pirate skins to be made in the future. But Y9J wants to take a bit of a break from this for now. We might be seeing some more lunar skins again, is what I'm saying. So there might be some people that might, they might get a little impatient with it, hoping to see some more skins. But I'll be honest with you, if we do see those the boonie hat and the hide shoes being accepted, you've got a whole primitive set there. I'm sure people would greatly appreciate that. So, at the very least, a nice, mostly black, because a lot of people are going to be saying, oh, it's budget blackout. But, people are going to think like that. You got the fun pirate theme set. I think people like it. It looks nice. It's goofy. It's perfectly fine. Fits Rust nicely. I feel like that has a very nice positive future ahead of it. Not instantly going to go up in price. I am cautious about the fact that it sold 24,000 each at the moment. But I think when loads of people do come back, they will see that and they will greatly happily buy it. Give it, August time, when kids are out of school, vacation time, and they see this, they're probably going to buy it and use it. Post-Christmas time, when pretty much everybody has time off to play the game, wouldn't be surprised if this does very nicely. And as I said, we are expecting even more in the future. So this is looking to be something that even I'm considering buying, and I feel like it's worth the shot. So at the moment, this is looking good. Now, here's the question. Will we potentially see even more hide skins being made this year? Because so far this year, we've had 2 each for the, hide shirt and pants. Lots more skin creators are making attempts for this. So will that lose its thunder? Don't know. We'll see. So if that sounds a bit risky to you, maybe you just want to do a buy order. So in regards to buy orders, I'm looking at this and I'm going to sit here and say, I reckon we could do between, honestly, if you want to play it safer, go 60 cents. If you want to really push it, go up to 80 cents. I might even push it up to about 85 cents. I really do feel like this potentially might be sitting at around for $1 at some point. Wouldn't surprise me. But I also wouldn't be surprised by the end of this year it doubles in price at the very least as well. I have seen a lot of positivity for this. And Mr. Y9J is very motivated to continue the collection. So it's looking positive. And I feel like, you probably want to do like 65 cents to 85 cents, depends on your budget as well. So, if you want to do it safer, 65 cents. If you want to kind of push it a bit more, 75. If you really want to go for it, go up to 85 cents. We shall see. So that's my current answer. Let's now move on to the likes of the Abyss Large Box. This hasn't sold that much. This has not sold that much. I was fully expecting quite a bit more. Maybe it's based on the fact that this has only been in the Rust store for about 6 days. Is that the correct answer? Yeah, 6 days. 6 days. So my answer is this doesn't look like it's been attacked by people with the pure intent to sell so much. Basically, people haven't bought tons of these in excess, which is a positive. It's a good thing. And what we also have seen with the likes of the Abyss collection, all of it being deplorables, is every time a new one was accepted, the other deplorables did go up in price. It's looking very strong for them at the moment. And what do I see right here? It's an Abyss Metal Double Door. Ooh. So this potentially could be appearing for May Force Wipe next week, and that looks very appealing. And if that gets accepted, what do you reckon's going to happen to this? There you go. It's looking positive. Remember what I've referenced this to in regards to a very similar large box skin in terms of figuring out what potentially will be its future? I referenced it to, where is it? The large dragon. Come on, where are you? Dragon horn. There we are. This sold, how much? Let's just remind ourselves. First of all, price are you selling for right now? $3.47. This sold $34,639. Or estimated. So this right here, very, very, come on. Very, very similar in style. Glow in the dark, scary looking face. Sold 10,000 less. And it also sold at a cheaper price, which is quite funny. So, I did mention this before. This very comfortably went up during the good times, down during the bad times, up during the good times, down during the bad times, up during the good times. And as you might notice, it doesn't go down as much after the second year, and it goes up even higher during the second year as well. So this, is something that could happen with the likes of this, and it very likely could be a whole lot more effective and, much more, better, I guess you could say. People really do like the Abyss collection. It's been selling lots, but this just hasn't sold as much, and I'm very surprised by it. So, all good. Let's go to No Mercy Revolver. Oh yeah, buy order price. Sorry about that. Sorry. You could buy that right now. It'd probably be fine. But in terms of a buy order price, I'm looking at it and I'm sitting here and saying you could probably do like $1.70 and $2.10. Yeah, you could really go for it. I don't imagine that will be going below its Rust Door price by that much. Could it happen? Probably. But only by a little. You could really go for it and do like $1.70 to $2.10, maybe even higher. Remember, if you think to yourself, could I be successful in just, doing a good buy order and getting these like 20 cents cheaper? I'd say give it a shot. It's okay, but it would be a whole lot more okay if it was actually abnormal. And unfortunately, this isn't going to appear in about 3 hours' time. A little bit awkward, isn't it? So, yeah, it's not happening. We usually have that safety net. We usually have that thing, but yeah, unfortunately, that's not going to be able to happen. So, you could stick with a strong buy order. You could go all the way up to $2.30 is what I'm saying. But in terms of whether to buy it or not, that's up to you. That's up to you. Maybe you don't want to spend so much money. Maybe you only want to do buy orders instead. Some of you are probably trying to keep your money because, of course, we have the CSGO stuff on the horizon as well. I understand most people who are watching me specifically. Hello, chat. How you doing? Maxim, Noise, Meta, Risa, Token. How you doing? They are probably wanting to save up their money because we're expecting the new stickers to come out for CSGO soon. And, of course, we like to buy those as well. So we're invested in pretty much everything in Steam. So, yeah. It's up to you. Choice is yours. But I am looking at that with positivity now, after seeing how many sold and what's potentially on the horizon for it. Now we can talk about No Mercy Revolver. Guys, I was very strong on this. I fully believed this was going to be perfectly fine as an investment. I'm still strong on it. It only did 14,600 sales so far. Probably at most, all of them potentially in circulation, including those private accounts that you can't see. I reckon there's only about 16,000 of these in circulation. Now, we could do this thing right here where we go ahead and just quickly find out how many are the most sold. So, highest estimated total supply, it's number 2 at the moment. And you might sit there and say, oh no, that's bad. I mean, Toxic Flame Revolver at 15,000, it's still up by 27%. And how high was this earlier, just a couple months ago? So right now, this is selling for $2.53. How high were you selling for about 2 or 3 months ago? Oh yeah, it's just comfortably sitting there selling for $3.50. So yeah, that wasn't really that badly affected before, was it? Gentlemen, everything is looking to be perfectly fine for the No Mercy Revolver. This, as a long-term investment, perfectly fine. Will it retain its value mostly during this year? Fully expect it. If it were to go below its Rust Door price, I wouldn't expect it to go down by that much. And when times are good, comfortably rise up in price. Easy. So, yeah, if you had to buy something and want to make sure that you don't lose your money, that would be the skin I tell you to buy. It's high gun demand. High demand to use the skins, and therefore high skin prices. Not a single revolver skin has its price below its Rust Door price. Or is that still correct? It's still correct. Hooray! They're all still positively in the green. So, yeah, that's the safe one. The perfectly fine buy order. Purchase. I was meant to say, what should we buy order? Honestly, you could go right up to it. You could, again, it's much like this, $1.70 to $2.10. You could go all the way up to it. You can knock on the door. Hey, how you doing? So if you might not want to buy it for $2.49. You could just do a $2.30 buy order. Get them 20 cents cheaper. Simple as that. If you really want to. If that's something you'd like to do, go ahead. As I said, during the bad times, it will probably be sitting around its Rust Door price. Wouldn't be surprised by that. But that's an option for you. All right, that's an option for you. I am still considering just going ahead and buying a couple hundred of them. And after I exhausted one of my accounts, I can actually go ahead and do that. What account was it? Was this one? Was you? No, it's not. That's not the right account. Don't worry. It's all good. So that's still perfectly fine. $1.70 to $2.10. Tier 3 AR, 70 cents to 90 cents. Unfortunately, it's not the most appealing looking AK-47 skin, and we know how the routine is with most of the AK-47 skins that have come out so far this year. Yeah, come on. Load up. Load up. They're all cheap. Oh my! Look, do you remember? We talked about this. It's already done. Dark in the Dark was a $3 AK. It came out a week ago. It's already down to $1. Oh, 94 cents. $1.10. $1.97. $1.18. 96 cents. $1.97. Oof. At the very least, Kiss AR went for a completely wacky, unique design, and it's still holding up nicely. So that's nice. That's not a completely unique, flashy, interesting design, is it? So, what do you reckon's going to happen? Now we got the likes of the Custom SMG, JPEG Custom SMG to be precise. But again, low demand for the actual gun itself is the problem. And therefore, as we go take a look at all of the most recent Custom SMG skins that have come out so far, what do we see? Down 57, down 53, down 46, down 9, down 39, down 50, down 44, down 41, down 51. It's not looking good, is it? Not looking good in the slightest. So, yeah, that's probably going to be another 70 cent to 90 cent buy order. Yay! And now we look at the likes of the Chemical Burn SAP. So in terms of the SAP skins that have come out fairly recently, what do we see? Okay, Wasteland. Okay, that was manipulated. That was manipulated. So that one's a bit of a we're not going to care about this one so much. It's an anomaly, so we won't care about that. Infinity Love Sap gimmick towards Valentine's, not going to help that out. Clearly, half the reason why it's gone down in price. You got like the Banger Sap down 23, JPEG Sap's kind of holding up. This is down 20. This is down 23. Right. So by default, I've looked at the actual design of the gun itself. I don't think people are going to appreciate it. I don't think people appreciate Chemical Burn itself. Yeah, one of the skins is being manipulated at the moment, or well, actually, it was. It's gone down a bit now. There was a bit of a pump for this, and then it stopped. But overall, in terms of the design of the weapons itself and whatnot, I just know people don't care for it. The only reason why this was getting interest was because someone was buying out all the stock. Could that happen to the likes of this? Is it vulnerable? Will people potentially manipulate it in the future? I don't know, but I wouldn't rely upon that. So again, by default, just by the looks of it, and with what we've seen recently, in terms of SAPs though, they don't seem to go down in price that much. That's the thing. So in terms of, if we go by lowest price real quickly, just to get a good look, the cheapest SAP is $1.15. It's $1.17, $1.21, $1.40, $1.47. Yeah, they at least hold their value quite nicely. So you honestly, okay, you could play it safe and do 70 cents to 90 cents. But if you generally want to buy these, or manage to buy them and then try and sell them for a decent profit, like be more successful by them, you could probably push it up to $1, maybe a little bit higher. These don't go down in price that much. So yeah, that's an option. But these two definitely 70 cents, 90 cents. And I've got a hiccup for some reason. And that's only going to be a single hiccup, isn't it? Stupid things. So yeah, that is this week. That is all of the skins. So yeah, that's basically it, isn't it? I hope I was helpful in helping you figure out whether you wanted to buy them or not, or just do a buy order instead. Again, please understand, we have the CSGO stuff coming out very soon. And we also very recently just had a very random thing. Anubis package just dropped. And let's go CSGO stash, because that's going to be a whole lot easier to see. Yeah, so CSGO just introduced this. It's a brand new collection with a covert skin. Loads of people going crazy. You had to buy a package to be able to open it to get these skins. And well, as I said, when new things appear in CSGO, a lot of people like to drop everything they have and chase after it. And I think we have noticed the effect on some of the Rust skins. They have started to go down in price. And we are going to see this double down when we see the CSGO Paris 2023 stickers appear as well. Fully expected. So you really got to prepare yourself. You've really got to make a decision now whether or not to sell some of your skins, because you should not be surprised in the slightest if they end up selling below a lot lower soon. Like in about a month's time, you're going to really notice it when we have the stickers out after a while and whatnot. And then maybe when the discount comes out for the capsules and CSGO for the CSGO major, yeah, it's not going to look pretty. I'd say that we're probably going to see low prices now until around August time. So throughout May, June, July, also with the likes of summer sale as well, you're going to see prices being pretty pretty cheap. But then again, if you've got the money, it's a great time to buy in. Skin prices at their lowest, buy in right then and hold on to them. Sell them in August time when they're at a higher price. Make a good profit. It's as simple as that. This is routine. This happens pretty much every single year. Yes, the player counts, it might look as if it's going down, but this has happened pretty much every other year in the past. This is routine. This is a pattern. No need to panic. Just accept that this is a thing that happens, and if you have seen it happen before, you can act upon it. You can profit from it. So, yeah, just a quick heads up in regard to that. Don't be surprised by any of this. But now that you are aware of the situation, you should be able to, approach it smartly and figure out what to do. And yeah, have you seen the likes of the egg suit? That's gone down in price already. Wasn't surprised. So yeah, even the white Ruster J is doing pretty bad. Down 49% already. This is down by 20%. What happened? Ooh, yep. It's just the way it is. That is just the way it is. So awkward, very awkward. Now, you're probably going to sit here and say, right, so Rustore tomorrow. What time will the Rustore rotation potentially happen? I don't expect an early one. I mean, last week it was delayed, wasn't it? Maybe they'll feel the need to rush it out tomorrow because of last week being late, probably. But I'm still expecting, on average, it'll happen around 7 o'clock UK time in the evening tomorrow. I usually stream around then. I will have my stream on. If you want to get the link to my Twitch, it's always in the description of my YouTube videos, so feel free to go ahead and look at that. But yep, everything is just expected to be exactly as I've said over the past several weeks, couple months. You get the idea. So yeah, here we are. This is it. This is us entering the bad times. Ain't it fun? And with that, gentlemen, I hope you had a lovely time watching. I hope you've taken in all of the information, and now it's time to act upon it. What are you going to do? Scream? Yes, we all love to scream, don't we? What a lovely year this is. But hey, probably a good time to buy some of those Christmas skins whilst they're super cheap. Just got to hold on to it for a long time, but you will potentially triple or quadruple your money. I'm just saying.